What's cracking, people? Angelic Mayhem here. So, welcome to another edition of my Anno Online series. Today we're going to be talking about island shopping. And so what do I mean by that? Well, we have this little island overview button down here, okay? And you can see that I have a little island, and then of course the primary island, which is, the one that I had. But I also have unlocked an additional slot. I already have a small island, okay? And let me take you back there just to remind you exactly what small island means, alright? This thing is tiny, and it is riddled with ridiculous rock formations that have ruined most of the island, okay? So I do not want another one of these crappy little islands. I want a big island, alright? Or, in this case, I want a medium island. So, in order to do that, what you have to do is you have to go... Well, ironically, we have to go back to the island that we were just on. And you got to go to the shipbuilder. All right. Now, the shipbuilding system has just completely changed. So I'd like to apologize in advance for all the people who were a little worried because I haven't put out an Anno video in about 2 weeks. The reason for that is because they just changed the whole system for the shipyard, and I was a little frazzled trying to figure out how it works. I'm going to walk you through it. So here we are at Shipyard. You can now click Open Shipyard, right? And this actually lays out for you all the things that you're going to need for the particular ship that you are looking to build, all right? Now, there's these new treasure hunt ships. I haven't gotten involved in that at all. Discovery ships are like before. You would grab a sailor, throw them on a boat, and then send it off to hunt down an island of your choice. However, because they've changed all this, it's a lot more clear, okay? These little ships will find you small islands. The next ship up will find you small and sometimes, which is why it's in parentheses, a medium island. And then we have the large ships, which will give you small and then sometimes medium and then very rarely a large island. In order to get a medium island, okay, you're going to need one of these ships, okay, and you're going to need a little bit of patience. Now, what happens is when you go into island, okay, you'll have a ship over here that is an island hopping ship, all right? Now, in my case, I have two of them, all right? I've got a little one, and then I have a medium one. You can also find them here at your lighthouse. I know for a fact that this is my medium exploration ship, and it says so. When I click on it, if I clicked on Discover, okay, for a certain amount of time, and it's usually 2 hours, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, you can send your ship out, and he will try to hunt down an island. The odds of him finding a medium island, which my guy has finally done for me, are low, okay? So it's going to take a couple of tries, and each one is 2 hours at a clip. So as you can see, that's why it's kind of taken me so long to do this next video, because, it took me that long just to find a medium island. But once you do, then you're ready to go, okay? Now, in order to colonize an island, I'm sure I've talked about this in the past, you need a colonization ship. We're going to go back to the shipyard. And then here we have colonize, okay? Now, you need the prerequisite parts, just like before. No longer do you need ropes. That's something that they just changed in the last patch about 2 weeks ago. But you still need a sailor. Now, the question you probably are asking is, where do I find the sailors? Because they've changed everything. It used to be under Naval Engineer, one of these tabs was for sailors, okay? Which made perfect sense, okay? You would have to hunt down a sailor, so you would click on his little icon, and then it would take a certain amount of time to produce a sailor. That is no more. After weeks of trying to figure out why they broke the system, I finally figured out that they have stuffed all of the sailors down in the shop. Why? Nobody knows. Over here, right, ship market, you can buy ships instantly so that you don't have to wait. You can buy islands instantly so you don't have to wait, etc., etc., etc. And then all the way down here, you'll notice all of these so far have been about rubies, okay? There's something called tavern. Theoretically, I'm assuming that that's a throwback to a time where all business was conducted in taverns, which is an actual thing. Historically, if you go back to like the 1300s and prior, people would congregate in the taverns to conduct business, all right? And that's where you would go. If you were actually looking for a sailor, you would go to the local tavern and you would say, hey, are there any sailors here? People would raise their hands. You start interviewing people. So I get why it's called the tavern. I don't think that that's a good name for, like people who are playing this game, but whatever. I also do not think that this belongs in the shop. This is another, for instance, of horrific user interface design from the UI guys over at Ubisoft, but whatever. So here you can actually purchase, straight up, you don't have to wait for them, a sailor. And you have to decide which sailor you want. If you want to have a ship that can colonize, you're looking for the loadsman, which is only 20k, so you can afford, I can afford hundreds of them. But anyway, so after you buy the guy, no, I don't want to do that. He will appear inside of your inventory, and then you will then have all the pieces that you need to go into, to go into the shipyard, and then you will be able to actually purchase a colonization ship, okay? Which you will then just click build ship. Now you can click on next. There's only one size for colonization, so you don't have to worry about that here. But if you go into some of the others, there are different sizes that will offer you different advantages in terms of, like, medium ship. That will offer you different advantages in terms of, like, you know, what you can take with you on the ship and how fast it'll move, so you can discover islands much quicker. If you do like a really big ship, you can discover islands in about 30 minutes, so that makes the game go a lot faster. You don't have to go away for a couple hours and come back. Finally, I have searched for an island that I can use to specifically grow herbs, okay? And this was something that I desperately needed because if we go over here, one of the things that I need above all else is herbs in order to create beer. I am trapped on my island currently. I cannot expand because I do not have 500 beer. And so I desperately need to be able to make beer, and in order to do that, I needed an island that, for me, I wanted a medium island because I was tired of dealing with this teeny tiny crap. And then also, I wanted something that did herbs. So it took me a long time to find this specific island, and then I spent a couple of my rubies in order to make sure that I didn't lose it, because at the time, I couldn't figure out how to build my ship. Now I finally have all the pieces that I need. Down here, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing again. Down here I have my little ship, right? Small colonization, etc., 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 and it takes 5 hours for him to get there. I apply the ship, and now he is this one right here. So now when I go into my island menu, island, colonize, and I have to go to, so it's the one with the little home, and if I click on colonize, 5 hours, and he's on his way. So there you go. 5 hours from now, I will have a brand new island that will have herbs on it, and I will be able to grow and then manufacture beer. And so that's really what I've been waiting for, and I apologize for not putting out a video sooner, but I wanted to make sure that everything was just right, and I totally, until yesterday, I had no idea where they had hid all the dudes. But they're here inside of the store. Why, I don't know, but yeah, hopefully they'll change that too. So there you go. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. I'm Angelic Mayhem, and I will see you next time.